How we doing? At the lodge again. Day 2 here in Austin. We're here for some cash today. A little lower stakes. 1, 2, $300 buy-in.
$300 buy-in. We're back to our roots, back to where we're comfortable. We got a little bit of ground to make up if you watched our last video of the stream.
Make sure to check that out.
It's okay. We're here. We're ready. It's a rainy day here in Austin. It's our last day here. We have a special guest coming halfway through the vlog, so don't you click away. I think you have a guess as to who it might be.
Yeah, he might be with us on the stream last night. Maybe. That's your hint. Let's go. This might be one of our best cash game vlogs on the channel's history, so make sure to stick around. The action is amazing at the lodge in Austin. It starts off with my first hand of the night. I bought in for $300. I know nothing about these players. The low jack opens to $17. I make the call here in the cutoff with king 10 of clubs, and now the big blind 3-bet min raises to $34. The low jack calls, and I call, going off to a flop, which is ace, queen, queen, 1 club, and 2 spades. Big blind now bets $35. The low jack calls here, and we definitely are worried about pocket aces as he did min raise 3-bet, but I do the math problem in my head, and it's $35 to win $175. So as long as he doesn't have pocket aces or ace queen, we are going to get the right odds to make a call here. So I call, and we bink on the turn the jack of hearts. So now we have a straight. The big blind bets $35 again, and the low jack calls. The small bet sizing makes me think that he's weak, and we have a straight, so I don't want to give him a chance to catch up. I raise to $140. The big blind calls, and now the low jack jams for $180 total. Nothing to do but call for 40 more. The big blind calls, which is all in. We're all in, going to a river, which is the king of hearts. We still have the straight. The big blind flips over king jack offsuit, so we have him beat, but the low jack shows us the bad news. He's got ace queen of diamonds for the flop full house. Horrible turn card for us, and we start the session down $300.
All right, gentlemen, first hand for me, we got ace king offsuit in the hijack. The under the gun +1 player raises to 15. This is a nut that went all in blind with Frankie in that hand. You guys saw, we see a call from the middle position nut, CJ, and Frankie calls as well. We will not be going 4 ways to a flop here. I re-raise to $90, gets back to under the gun +1, who rips it all in for $225, folds to me. We don't like ace king off, but here against this loose player, we're just gonna snap call it off and see if we can win for sure. That's what I do. He says we are ahead, which is a great sign. Let's go to a run out, switch to the Frankie cam. Flop comes queen 10-7 with 2 hearts. I don't feel super good right now. The 4 of spades on the turn. There is one card that will bring me salvation. The jack of spades, guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we say we got the stones, the stone cold nutter butters. And he mucks. He would later tell Frankie he had pocket queens, but I don't know if I believe that, because for him to so confidently say that I was ahead pre-flop makes me think he wasn't that strong. Nevertheless, we hit the river, we take it down, on to the next one.
We had a rough first hand. Maybe I could find a fold because the board is paired. Nonetheless, we're off to the next hand with pocket kings in the small blind. This is an action table, hijack, cutoff, and button limp. The button player is CJ. I make a raise to $22. The hijack and cutoff call. And now CJ decides to jam for $75 after only putting $2 in the middle. I think he is very weak, but I also think the players behind him are weak. And they're also relatively new players, so I think I can actually slow play this hand and bait the other 2 players to call with really weak holdings. That's what I do. I just call the $75, and I think CJ's raise is going to look so bluffy, and it does, to the hijack and cutoff players who both call $75. Going off to the flop, 3 ways with people with the money. CJ's already all in. The flop comes very safe for our hand, 10-8-2 rainbow. With only $60 left in the cutoff and $200 in the hijack, I feel like if I check here, I can check to induce. And that's what I do. I check. Again, I'm playing very slow here, not trying to rep too strong of a hand. And the cutoff player bites. He jams all in for $62. I knew that he was going to want to put his money in the middle, so the plan is going great. I just make the call here for $62, and now the hijack makes a reluctant fold. Going to a turn in river card. Not not knowing what CJ has, we see a 4 and a 3. I flip over pocket kings, and we are good versus the cutoffs, pocket 9s. CJ mucks his hand, and we're already back in the black.
Next hand for me, we got ace king of spades in the cutoff. We got them suited this time and in a slightly better position. I'm happy about it. CJ, the middle position active player, raised it up to 12 bucks. That's not enough. I 3-bet to $40 and only he makes the call. Heads up in position to a flop of queen 9-9, 2 diamonds, 1 spade. He checks it over to me. I'm going to go for the c-bet here to the tune of $35. He makes the call. The turn is the 7 of spades, bringing in that nut flush draw for us. We still have ace high, however, so when he checks to me, I'm going to continue firing. I bet $65, and he makes the call. It's looking like we are going to need some help on this river, and the river's an interesting one. It's the king of diamonds, giving us that top pair. However, the front door flush still gets there, and we still lose to a 9. So when he checks it over to me, I think let's take this puppy to showdown. I check it back. He shows pocket 5s. Don't know why he was hanging around for so long. CJ up to some funny business for sure. But we hit the river and we take down this pot.
This table is guaranteed action. I look down at pocket 10s in the low jack. CJ limps in middle position. I make it $20 to play in the big blind, and CJ makes the call. Going 3 ways to a flop, which is great. 9 queen 10, 2 diamonds, and a club. I flop a set in a very dynamic board, so I bet pretty big here. I make it $30 and the big blind calls. CJ gets out of the way, so we're going heads up to a turn card, which is the 3 of clubs. Our effective stack size starting the hand was about 250, so I bet $75 here, setting up a river jam. And he does make the call. Going off to that esteemed river card, which is the 9 of hearts, we fill up for a full house. He checks to me once again, and I go for all of his chips, 120 in the middle, and he snap folds. So looks like we caught him on a diamond draw, and we win this hand.
Next hand for me, we got pocket 9s in middle position, under the gun. One of the nuts of the table basically straddles all in blind for like $50 or so. He only has about 80 in his stack, so when it gets to me, we're gonna just raise to 100 here, go for the min click. Everyone should get out of the way and leave me isolated with a guy who's basically already all in blind. And that's what happens. He calls for the remainder of his stack, which isn't much. We're off to the flop turn and river here, which comes jack 6-7 rainbow, not liking the overcard, and then we get a 4 of spades. And the river is a 10 of clubs, another overcard. Hoping we can still be good, but no. He shows the king 10 offsuit for the rivered 10 to beat our pair. You can't win them all, boys. I'm happy with this play. On to the next one.
It's alright, it's pennies.
Subscribe, buy the merch.
In part due to our friend CJ, who goes blind all in for $152. But also thanks to the guy to his right, who's also crazy. As you saw, I went all in with ace queen of hearts, and the guy to CJ's right goes all in for another $105 without looking at his hand. So we are all in for $250. $250 all in versus 2 blind players. Let's see the live reaction and run out.
Can I get some side action? What do you want, baby? What you want, baby? I want $10. Red or black? Red or black? I want $10 in the blind guy. I'm all in. We're both straddle. Yeah, we're both all in. Yeah, we're both blind. Oh, I got that for sure. Ace 5, baby. 5-6.
Give me something.
Queen.
Okay.
You might be good though.
You might be.
Yeah, he's probably
Y'all ready?
Yep.
What do you got? Ace high? Come on, baby.
Alright, one at a time.
Lottery, man. Oh!
The dagger on the first call.
I need a 5. Come on.
5 or 10. 5 or 10.
5, 4, 10. 5, 4, 10, 6. Damn! Ah! Let's go!
Flop the joint. He
I
flopped
told
the
you
joint.
What do you say,
Chi-Town?
Let's go, baby.
That's insane.
Yeah, I think I want to move here to this seat right here.
I forgot to move his side.
We had the best hand by 8 Last hand for me for this part 1 of this super insane session. We have king queen of diamonds in the big blind, under the gun +1 limps, gets to the small blind who raises it up to 16. We make the call and the limper calls as well. We are in the middle of this 3-person sandwich going to the flop, which comes 3-6-7 with 2 diamonds. We flop that flush draw. The small blind decides to check actually, and I am going to now take the betting lead with my hand. I bet $25 and only the limper calls. The small blind gets out of the way. We are going heads up to a turn, which is the 6 of diamonds. We get there right away, ladies and gentlemen. I decide to check for deception, pretend I don't like this card, but the limper does not take the bait and checks it back. The river is the 8 of diamonds, the 4th diamond on the board. Now it's time to go for some value. I bet $45. She thinks about it and makes the call. We show, and we're good. We scoop a nice pot, and this session is going pretty nicely so far.
I hope you're enjoying Rosie's hands. Now we're back to Dumb, Dumber, and Dumbest, me being the dumbest in the big blind, facing 2 of the action players, the Button Limps, CJ Limps in the small blind. With Ace-Jack offsuit, I raise it to $18 here, and they both make the call, unsurprisingly. Going off to a flop 3 ways, which is 3-5 Jack 2 clubs. Here, I bet $20, and now the button re-raises it to $40. I'm not going anywhere. This guy's been playing any 2 cards. I actually decided to 3-bet him on the flop. I min-click it back for $80, and now it's kind of an ego game. It's not even poker. He calls. I don't think he has anything, but he does call. Going off to a turn, the effective stack sizes were only about 150 to start the hand. The turn is the 3 of diamonds. Now I bet $55, which is all in for him. He makes the call, so we're all in yet again, like the entire theme of this episode. Going to a river, which is a 2 of diamonds. I flip over Ace-Jack offsuit, and we are good with 1 pair. Take down another big pot. Welcome to Beast Gin Poker. How about, wait, what was the other one?
NextGenPoker Beasts.
NextGenPoker Beast here. Ready
Vote
for
in the comments which one you prefer for our new channel, man.
We got our favorite. We got Beast Poker here. Wearing the next gen. Looking nice. Looking fresh.
Feeling good.
We are at the lodge. Rosie and I just finished our part 1. So that's what you're seeing right now.
Yeah, so this is the ending to part 1 of our vlog.
Currently, I am up $400, in for 600 at 1,000.
And I'm in for 350 at about 650, so up $300. It's going well. If you want to see, but things are going to get crazy once Kato hits the pot with us.
Right here.
So if you want to stick around, watch part 2. We'll see what happens.
I got to make my money back from last night somehow.
Yeah, so we're all down from last night. Obviously went 0 for 3, so we're going to grind. Joining us for part 2. Let's go.